Monama. Hey, Monama. Hey, Monama.
Ateito. Nalukio na kati ya Kinshasa mobimba mama e. Nabandi na fwara fikine.
Monama. Hey, Monama. Hey, Monama.
Ateito. Nalukio na kati ya Kinshasa mobimba mama e. Nabandi na fwara fikine.
Good evening, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in. We're going to have a wonderful show tonight. Please stay with us as we continue to bring out issues affecting our brothers and sisters back home. Again, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. We got about 10 more minutes before we can actually start the show. Please share this show as much as possible if you can. In the meantime, let me try to entertain you with a piece of golf. Those of you that have not played golf before, it's a very good sport. It's a wonderful sport. So let's see. I got about, like I said, 10 more minutes. So I should be able to have a one round. I should be able to do good with that. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. Let me put this thing in my hand before I slip and hit one of my camera here tonight. Okay, so here we are. Again, Samson to. Yeah, confirm. Okay, so it takes 1 or 2 minutes to come on. In the meantime, let me warm up. Let me warm up the potting green here. Let's go. Come on, buddy. I don't have much time. Come on. Start. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go. The first area here is part 4. I'm gonna try to avoid bogey as much as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and have as many negatives as possible as well. Single play, of course. Okay, let's go. Start. Wood in my hand. Wood in my hand. Samson to Libera Public Radio. Here we go. Don't wash my stomach with my golf swing or wash. I'm gonna wash my big stomach and say, oh, your stomach too big. I beg you. Okay. So this is one hit. So I should go, the next hit should be by the hole, the next one 3. And then this is part 4. If I can do it in 3, I will be -1, which I'm looking for here. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Take it. Oh, yes. Too much. Little bit total power. So let's see. I'm 14.5 feet. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Stick this over there. Come on. Hit it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. This is Samson Toll, Libera Public Radio. I'm -1 already. So that's good. Let's go ahead. This is part 4. Part 5. Sorry. Part 5. Here we go. I'm in line. Exactly what I want. Here we go. It's straight in. Okay, but that's okay. I can shoot from here. Okay, what do I have? 155 yards, that is. Okay. But I will try not to hit the trees. I got trees and then an open green on this side, so I'll try to yank it my side, but I will do it nicely so it doesn't yank all the way either. So let's go ahead. Samson Toll. Here we go. The total man can play this golf. Hey, my people, what y'all talking about? This is it. If I can hit in a hole, I'm home free. Let's go ahead. Oh, my goodness. Come on. In a hole. Here we go. -3. I got 5 more minutes. -3 already. So please, Samson Toll. -3. Okay. So no bogey yet. Because this is part 3, and I should hit it enough to go onto the green. There's no question asked. Samson Toll. Okay, I can make it. Here we go. Baby. Ooh, a little bit. But that's okay. I'm on the green. How far away? 19, almost 20 feet, but 20 yards. That's okay. I know my strength at this time. Let's go ahead. Come on. Hit it in the hole. Yeah! Folks, I got that number tonight. I got -4 already. The first one, 3. Supposed to be 4, I got 3. The second one supposed to be 5, I got 3. The third one supposed to be 3, I got 1, 2, through 2, that's 3. 1, 4, -4. Let's go ahead. One more. Okay, I'm almost there. Just bear with me, Samson. What can I say? I'm in fun here tonight. I got these people's number. I got your number, folks. Okay. Samson too. The old man can do anything. Hey, yeah. They told him, man, when he said golf, he there. Okay. This is part 4. This is the first shot, second shot coming up, and I'm 39 yards. So the way I'm going to do this same way, this wedge here, is to lift it up a little bit and stay. The main thing I want is when I lift out of here, at a certain level, I should have a curve so I can come down. I have control. What do I have? Here we go. Oh, more, straight. It's okay. I got these people's number tonight. Samson talk. Folks, this is what we do on LIBERIA Public Radio. Come on, in a hole. Yeah! -5. I got 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. Let me go ahead. I got 4 more minutes. 1, 2, 3. This is nine rounds. So, but I'm 4 hole already. So I'm -6. Okay, so Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. I'm enjoying myself this afternoon. I hope you stay with me. Those of you that want to make comment, please enjoy yourself. We will be on very shortly. Okay, so this is a dog leg. I'll go out straight, and then I will go out. I'll go right. So it's a dog leg right. Okay. Remember, no bogey yet. No bogey yet. No bogey yet. So what do we have? Samson. This is. Let me step by. Okay. So what do we have? Oh! This is not a golf swing. This is not a baseball swing. Baseball, you go like this. Golf, you go like that. Samson told. Total control. 2 more minutes. I think this is going to be the last round. So now this one, once again, I want to lift it up. And it's 89 yards. About halfway, I want it to curve. So I have control over that. It depends on how I shoot it. If I want to go like that, all that kinds of stuff. So I have control. My stand and my swing. Watch my swing. Watch my swing. Don't watch my stomach. Watch my swing. See it? Samson told. Am I in the hole? What is it? Oh, this one might give me a little problem. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Even if I go one more down, and that's fine. No big deal. No big deal. So, okay. So this one going to go like this because that's how the green going. According to the contour of the green, they're going like this. So by the time they get to the hole, that's when they're going to start swinging. So let's play that. Come on. So go. Yeah! I got these people's number, folks. All right. My goodness, Samson told. Welcome, folks. The lights are over. I can't see. But welcome. Let me cut this thing off. Wonderful. And you think I know how to play golf? Good golf are you looking at here? I got these people's number tonight. Now, if this was when I used to play some serious golf in Ohio, if this was in Ohio, I would have made some serious money tonight. But we're not in Ohio. So, okay, folks, good evening. Samson told. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again for this wonderful day, giving us the opportunity to have fun, make a fool of ourselves before our own brothers and sisters. We appreciate it. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you for everything that you continue to do for us. Thank you. Those of us who believe in you, we know you have the ability to help us. We know you have the ability to guide us. We know you have the ability to lead us. We know you have the ability to bless us. And thank you for all of that. We ask that you continue to bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right.
Give
me a few minutes. All right. Thank you for tuning in to LIBERIA Public Radio. We shared the link already to the panelists, so if you care to join us, we'll appreciate it. If you can, join us. I think a small golfer player, a bigger, a small golfer player, that was big time. But anyway, serious conversation here tonight. Mr. Ruth, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Okay. Wallace, thank you. Thank you for joining us as well. We say thanks. Of course, they say thanks for joining us as well. Thank you. Okay, folks. It's a very serious business here tonight. So the issue still with the sanction. The sanction is a very serious business for those brothers and sisters back home that are facing the sanction issue. I think they're going through a lot. I read to you on Tuesday, Sarissa Seafar's letter, and how devastating it was the sanction effect was having on them. The effect was very devastating to them. And Cephas explained that. And then Samuel 12 came out today. Listen. But Samuel 12 on the Tabata, it goes two ways. One, it has two audiences in mind. I believe he had two audiences in mind. One was his international friends and partners, and the other one was for the Liberian sedition, to be specific. So I'm not going to go into the international Tabata, because for Samuel 12 to explain to his international friends that the United States of America is placing sanction, visa restriction sanction on him and his colleagues because of negotiation between railroads company, I will let that one stand alone. But what I want to talk about tonight is the Tabata of Tabata that he brought in the Liberians. But he brought the Liberian in to say America is sanctioning him in order to silence him against the incoming government. You know, when I was growing up, I've explained this to you already. I was in always this scene you're looking at today, praying to God. So one time, my dad and his wives, I said wives, They were on the farm, and I was supposed to follow after school. But when I got out of school, I went by the other wife room. The food was smelling in there. And I'm thinking to myself, well, do I be hungry, go all the way to the farm before I eat? Or should I eat what is in the room here? So I said, I want to eat what's in the room here. Mind you now, it's not mine, but I want to eat it. Touched the door was locked from inside. I don't know how she did it. So I said, okay, I'm going to go through the window. And right by the window, this other wife spent a lot of money, bought this beautiful mirror. Beautiful mirror. So I decided to jump through the window and go to eat the rice. So when I jumped in, I went in through. Everything was fine. But my other legs coming in, bringing it over the window, kicked the mirror, broke the mirror. Serious problem. So when I got on the farm, my stomach was full. After breaking the mirror, I wasn't going to eat the rice. I ate rice. So when I got on the farm, of course, my heart was beating. What are they going to do to me tonight? Oh, my goodness. So I didn't say anything. We came home. When we got home, the woman opened her door. Said, what happened to my mirror? I was on the other side of the building. So my dad said, come here. What happened to the woman mirror? I said, well, me? The mirror by the window? On the right-hand side of the window? That I would knock it down? What would knock it down for? And then I got a brown mirror, that mirror that was right underneath the window. What would knock it down for? You see where I'm going? If I hadn't been in there, how would I know all of these positions? This is exactly what Samuel 12 is doing to us. Samuel 12 is saying that he's not involved. The people are lying on him. But this is what he's saying to us. I'm not going to go into the international issue where he talk about those. This is fundamentally unfair to me and requires correction by the U.S. authority. He's requiring them. But let me go on to where he brought in, as we leave the government. This is where I want to start. As we leave the government, we are left. No, that's not it. I have related the above factual pieces of information to show that publicly avoiding information on which individual has been sanctioned or are being placed on visa restriction are not reliable to use to destroy the life of decent character who have worked hard, who have worked years to earn and build their reputation. This architectures of this information has been deployed to undo the CDC powerful concern person. Okay, so now they are the CDC powerful people. This public destination without any due process, without any investigation, to which the United States of America, Samuel 12 should have known better than making these kinds of ridiculous statements in public. You want to tell me the United States government, without any investigation, will post sanction on you, the finance minister? But let me go into that a little bit. Where they have the chance to dispel rumors and counter representation or misinformation do not represent the value and norms of the democratic freedom-loving America I have admired since my youth. I will argue here publicly that these outcomes do not represent the state. Listen to him, you're listening. That these outcomes do not represent the state foreign policy objectives as conceived and understood by Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, Secretary of the Treasury Janet Yellen, and by President Joseph R. Biden. I know these outcomes are the work of powerful place officials or bureaucracy within the U.S. government who have deep connection and relationship here in Liberia and who have shown and are committed to weakening CDC. CDC. America, the bureaucrat, this is not like, Samuel Tosh should know better about that. To make these kinds, as though we got no sense. We have no sense. And even if you read the upper part where he gives some rationale behind U.S. sanction against it, having to do with the two railroad companies that are competing for the same railroad spot and what have you. The railroad that Lanco built 19 way. That why you want to allow people, but that one there I will leave it for you to read it. Okay. The recent destination are a mere strategy to disorganize the CDC, while incoming government struggle to find its bearing and to prevent a powerful, experienced, and knowledgeable. Y'all listen to see. Some of y'all try coming to pour a 40 years mouth again tonight on my platform. Listen, y'all listen to that one. Y'all listen to that one. The recent destination are a mere strategy to disorganize the CDC, while the incoming government struggle to find its bearing and to prevent a powerful, experienced, and knowledgeable CDC from mounting a fierce political opposition. So from that statement alone, it seemed like the United States government ran Unity Party campaign as well. Why would Samuel Toa make the kinds of statement on a serious conversation such as this? There are people in Liberia, intellectuals in Liberia, that are even questioning the sanction process. But for Samuel Toa to undercut these people that are making these serious arguments, to undercut them with these kinds of tabata, I don't want to describe it. I will also observe that this is the fundamental unfairness, in conduct of foreign policy in a country and against a government that has shown nothing but commitment to steady foreign policy objective and interests of the United States. Beloved dictator. Some of you tell you think people are not watching you. People have been watching you from the time you came in. From the time you came in, they've been watching you. They've been watching you. You're going to come out here and make these kinds of statements. The United States government, they don't have nothing to worry. They don't have to even worry about Ukraine. They don't have to worry about the war in the Middle East. But they must concern themselves with Liberia and the politics of Liberia. Is that what you want us to believe? If you're making these kinds of arguments, then those of us that perhaps say, okay, let's look a little bit. Then it's difficult for people to even look into this thing. Because then you're just proving that you are guilty as charged. Because you're not a small potato. You are an educated person. And to come and make these kinds of flimsy arguments here about it, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Unacceptable. You manage the affair, the monetary affair of the country as a finance minister for 6 years. You got nothing to show. And these people are coming out to say the reason why you got nothing to show because you've been involved into corruption. And instead of you to say, let's look at it from an intellectual perspective, you're going to come out here and make these kinds of ridiculous statements that the U.S. is doing that to sanction the powerful, the experienced sedition from mounting of fierce opposition to the income. What opposition you get? CDC, you will be putting even the American government, you will be putting your foot in your mouth the whole day. That's why you go out. What make you think we're stupid? The people did this thing. They call you and your people, they say, then you say, no, I don't do anything. You know what the people are doing it for? They're doing it so we will not challenge the incoming government. Samuel Toa, you didn't have new crew. We all of us live in Total. Some of us graduated from Total a long time ago. What's wrong with you? Please. Unacceptable. Unacceptable, Samuel Toa. Unacceptable. You're going to come out and you expect us to believe that I live here. I live in the United States. I've been here since 19 we. Now, let me also say this in the interest of fairness. We know some of us that have been in and around, in and out of this, like Liberian politics, U.S. politics, we know these people have the ability to do some writing thing, and they have explained that to us. Some of the papers that have been leaked out, okay? They tell you what they do. We know. But for you to say that these people are sanctioning you because, let me read that again. It's unbelievable, folks. And these are the kinds of flimsy argument a highly educated person, such as Samuel Tway, will make these kinds of argument. I will also observe that this is a fundamental unfair in the conduct of foreign policy. Okay, no, that's not it. The recent destination are a mere strategy on whose behalf? Why would the U.S. concoct some sort of a strategy to do what? Strategy to disorganize. Well, CDC, you were organized before the American government would try to disorganize. You were organized. You were organized. You couldn't even show your talent sheet. You're going around with blue bucket, the organization, and you come here and say disorganize. Samuel, try to stop those kind of thing, man. Let people try to get involved intellectually with draft with straight face. But when you do the kind of thing, you cut people's legs off. We can't even argue. What will we say to them? It's a mere strategy to disorganize the CDC. Why the incoming government struggle to find its bearing and to prevent Samuel Tway, and to prevent a powerful experience and knowledgeable CDC from mounting the fierce political opposition. Samuel Tway, you are in opposition for 12 years. What did you do when you got the opportunity? When you have the opportunity, what did you do? Map out $25 million in the right here. We say, we want to talk about it. $16 billion. He said, we want to talk about it. You think the people were not watching? You sat there in public, belated a dictator. You wanted George Weah to be a benevolent dictator, where he alone will be able to pass law in Liberia. In Liberia, we're coming from civil war. People die, so you will have one man, one vote. But for you, that's not your kind of revolution. You want so say one, so say all. Samuel Tway will pass that stage long time ago. Go. You making it kind of thing look like we're some kind of stupid people. Why would you say these things? Like I said, I'm not even going to argue your flimsy argument about America is doing so because their company, that U.S. company is involved in a negotiation, and those are between your friends who will believe you, between you. But we, the Liberian, they kind of think you're writing it, and that's something we'll take like that. Okay? Okay, listen to this one. He says, I will also observe that this is a fundamental unfairness in a conduct of a foreign policy in a country and against a government. Did they say they sanction U.S. Liberian government? Did they say they sanction Liberian government or the individual in Liberian government? And now you're going to wrap yourself in a Liberian flag. Get out there. Get out there. You're wrapping yourself. Man, lead a flag, no man, Samuel Tway, please. You came in and decided to do these things. Now the people are coming after you. Now you want to blame us. Okay? Against a government that has shown nothing but commitment to the steady foreign policy objective and interests of the United States. President Weah has advised his cabinet that in the larger calculus of foreign policy consideration, imaging on the interests of the United States government, he is staying with America. True, you got no choice. Most recently, in the United Nations resolution to end the war in Gaza, which we, excuse me, cough, which, I can't see it quite, which would bring peace and end the killing and suffering of Palestinians. Liberia, now you come to announce it. You see what you have done? You see the kind of thing you have done? You got Muslim in the country. You have Muslim in Liberia who has expressed dissatisfaction against about the war. And you have announced that Liberia did indeed vote not to stop the war, not to stop the killing, because you wanted to prove a specific point. So what happened to the brothers and sisters that are Muslim, that are not in favor of the war, not supporter of Hamas either, but the civilians that are being killed is hurting every Muslim family member. In fact, every peace-loving person. But you are announcing in the whole world that yes, indeed, intentionally, Liberia voted against ceasefire. Samuel 12, just because you wanted to prove a point. You see, your sedition, I one thing about you. Not only do you guys like to put your foot in your mouth, but you want to put your foot and drag everybody with it. This is unacceptable because you wanted to vindicate yourself. Stay alone. You were accused alone. You and your family defend the honor of you and your family. What does that have to do with the war? They said, Samuel 12, they said Liberian government. The post-election timing and character of recent destination are even more confusing and suspect. After President, listen to this, oh. My people, Samuel 12, they're in trouble. Seriously, they have serious problem, my folks. Samuel 12 in his spirit. You know, I said here the other day that this is not something to laugh about. These people are going through a lot. Serious suffering. Can you imagine the like of Samuel 12 that is just as good in America as he is in Liberia, comfortable in America as he is in Liberia? And they're telling you now, stay. After the election, just stay where you are. You want to go places, we'll keep our eyes on you. All the little money you have, whether 5 cents or 6 cents, we'll watch you. You think that's small thing? You think that's small thing? You see that small thing, the like of Samuel 12, over the years I made some friends, whether you agree or not, has made some international friends in the international community on how he managed. You don't agree with him on that, but people believe that he can do certain things. And now the American government, because of the sanction, are crippled him, effectively cut him off. Now he coming to defend himself, but instead he's wrapping himself in a flag of the Republic of Liberia and talking all kinds of tapata. After President, we are elevated Liberia democracy in his graceful concession to President-elect Joseph N. Baka. His government and party were designated by destination. In the Liberian Senate, either Senator Abachair, listen, where you going again? You're listen. You see, when Samuel 12, then for me, I can say, Samuel 12, are you guilty, my brother? Why will you just go all over this place? Defend your honor, defend yourself. But look, listen to this. Listen to this. The Liberians in the Liberian Senate, either Senator Abachair or Senator Emmanuel Nokwe, stand today the stronger chance, listen to this, the stronger chance of being elected President pro tem of the Liberian Senate. CDC can claim at least 15 senator-elect to make this happen, to conveniently eliminate them both and prevent the CDC from controlling both houses. Since it is clear the CDC will control the House of Representatives, it becomes necessary to use United States Department designation to summarily squash your chances. And this is why you want Samuel 12. You want also to say, yes, Samuel 12, he's serious. No, you're not serious. Out of this sanction doesn't mean anything to any of it. So you don't need to use our time. Just go ahead, do whatever you want to do. But to come here to say the United States, because CDC, powerful sedition, United States doing all of these things to stop your able Ambassador Bakai, you'll be dragging your mouth for another 6 years. Because people have seen you. See, you're in trouble. I'll come to that. CDC, you're in serious trouble. I've been telling you, you're like to put your foot in your mouth. You don't believe me, but you're in trouble. I'll come back to that. Okay. Since it is clear, the CDC will control the House and Representatives. Okay. To this, you have to ask Samuel 12, who had already been targeted in the Atamasala saga. Okay. So, members of the press, fellow Liberian, members of CDC have long been targeted. All of you here will bear eloquent testimony to the propaganda of Okay. So let me come back now. Samuel 12. You want all to believe, those of us that can read ABC a little bit, because I'm not educated just like you are. You're very highly educated. I don't know anything. You know plenty of things. Yeah, I don't know anything. But the little GED I come in the country here, I try, I got my GED for 9. The GED said for me to get it. It took me 25 years to get GED. Okay? The people felt sorry for me. They say, oh man, don't struggle anymore, you're too old. So what you want us to do with a GED? I say, I don't understand. They say, okay, what's your dialect? I said, Accra man. They say, okay, we'll get Crown man to read it in the Crown dialect so you'll be able to answer the question in the Crown dialect. The higher pass my GED. They brought in a Crown man, and the Crown man read all of the question in Crown dialect. So they asked me to answer it in Crown dialect so he can translate it into English. So one of the questions they asked me was, if you get your foot and put another foot in front of you, are you going backward or are you going in front? I say I'm going in front, in Crown dialect. They say you passed the test. So with my own knowledge of this little small thing that I say I know, Samuel 12, you want us to believe that the United States of America, under President Biden, the Republican Party is trying to impeach this man, going after his son, his surviving son, going after his son, trying to ruin his reputation. He's not concerned about those things. The Ukraine war, Soviet Union, Russia is trying to take over Ukraine and destroy the Ukraine democracy. He's not concerned about that one. The Palestinian, the Israeli war that is not turning into some sort of a holy war or what have you. He's not concerned about that as a leader of a free nation. But his main concern in the entire time, his main concern, his administration, their main concern is to make sure to weaken the CDC so that Ambassador Bakai and the Unity Party will be able to lead without any opposition. Am I making your case good, Samuel 12? Am I making the case good? What a ridiculous thinking and statement that will come out of you. I still respect you, though. I still say that you are the most educated Liberian that I ever seen. Of course, I'm fooling you. But you are, on a serious note, you are an educated person. But to come here and make these kinds of statements, then you're not taking this thing serious. But you will find out Because when he's in put this time, it's not like the war days when they put sanctions certain Liberians. Because Liberians were trying to find their way, find their footing out of the war. I think we're still finding our footing, but I think the slippery ground is a little bit dry now. So you cannot, and you're not going to pull Liberia with you. Stand up as a man and defend your honor. You started by telling us the brilliant little girl you have. When I was her age, all I was thinking was, where my busawa? But here's this little girl, able to put into writing things that grown up still don't know. That means that little girl is smart, making you proud. You started that. Then you end it with that kind of tabata. And you said, and the little girl, your own daughter, would read it, see. He said, then what are you talking about? What's going on? Are you okay? For United States of America. Say, the election they just had in Liberia. Joe Biden calling cabinet meeting. Yeah, the election Joe Biden won. But CDC is so smart. CDC are so smart. The people, they're so smart, so educated, that we got to find way to put them down so that they don't give Ambassador Baka a hard time. So what would be the best thing? I, Joe Biden, therefore, I'm asking my cabinet minister to form some sort of a policy and come up with an idea that we can put on paper how this government on President Biden of the United States of America will try to sanction CDC and its people so that they will be weakened and they will not be able to mount a fierce political opposition to Ambassador Bakai. Samuel Twe. Now you that then I'm glad that in thinking what through near the then to must say that and no Samuel Twe. Then to must say that and thinking I said defly that no one. Yeah. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You're going to sit here and want us to believe that, yes, indeed, this is the United States of America. We're going to try to sanction Samuel Twe because Samuel Twe is so powerful. Ambassador Baka flock you with all your power. Ambassador Baka took CDC and twisted it up and down and throw it away. So anyway, I'm powerful. You come in the council here. What powerful you get? You couldn't even make it up with Amara Kone. Amara Kone alone lock you up completely. All that Tabata be more your guy. Amara Kone, one man, he came. He said, look at these people. When I was telling all of these young people, you're not going to school, they refuse. Some of them want to be mayor. I'll come and show them. Amara Kone came. What did he do? He didn't go around Monroe threatening people. He didn't go around the country threatening people. He said, what in my toolbox that I can use? In my educator's toolbox, in all of the degree that I have, what in this toolbox I can use against these people that feel that they own Liberia? They got Kalasco going around with blue bucket. Amara Kone say I will teach you. So Amara Kone came. All your book CDC, you think you had it under control. We will lick it. Yeah. You talking election and you say I will lick it? You think that Hannah C, how do you call it again? Hannah CCW, someone can drink, they can drink. Hannah CC, we will lick it. You got all these young people licking papers. Seriously? So Amara Kone say, you lead them. Let them lick it. So I'm not gonna say, I know these people. CDC, they always like to put their foot in their mouth. So it'll be easy for me. So I'm not gonna king. He went in here 2 box as an educated person. You know, I've been making fun here, but let me be serious for a minute. If you want to know that somebody is educated, watch some of the decisions and watch how he apply, or that person, she or he apply his knowledge that he has obtained over the years. And American came at this great CDC, completely decimated CDC, completely tear them apart. And you know, when you get there, how you can color it, you take the part, tear that apart. American dismantle the entire CDC process. We got it. We're licking it. The use of sedition used to come on the show here. Mr. Tor, watch and see. Since that time, some of them they don't even want to call me again, sir. Mr. Tor, watch and see. Watch and see. CDC going to win 18 here. By that time, you were making all that big mouth. American on the ground was looking at it. What is it in Liberia nowadays? What even the water you drink, the water you drink, the quantity, you can calculate. You can calculate. You can calculate the volume, how much you're drinking. How much more about electoral process. All American people are doing it. Who's voted the last time? Let's compare numbers. They start comparing numbers. That young man started going, and he took his time. He didn't rush it. While you were going around making all the big mouth, putting your foot in your mouth, he didn't care. Going around. After he finished compiling all the documents, all of the data that he needed, he came. That day, did you see Americana with necktie and coat suit? Your lucky said he may most likely if he wanted to wear slipper, not t-shirt. So he came, he said, what you say here? Who looking what? He started putting numbers on the board. Easy. Because what you were doing after the election, what they do? They put the result paste the result paper they just click, take the picture, and they put all of those numbers down. And as the number comes in, American started doing some serious mathematical calculation and felt within himself that he can't go wrong. And even the international observer, when they started following his pattern, he'd lock you up. And when Joe, we asked you about what you want to tell her? Nothing. This is no sour business. That time, no, all of your people, they come with, they're just so ridiculous. You come up with it, look at Samuel with that kind of big English. You come up with big English, they put it up. Baku, you guru. That eh? American. Remember now, he's been out of Liberia for a long time. So it's not like he's well connected all over the place. But he followed the numbers. Number can't lie. Your ancestor go ahead, he will tell you. So he came. So here we are. What happened? They flog you. They flog you. And President, we are being the mayor, yeah, he said, we got nothing. Why more can hold it off? We got nothing. He turned around, benevolent dictator, Samuel Twa. He said, I don't want to argue with you, man. The people want it. Let them go. They want it. And people started getting upset. This is what we're talking about. And the American government, of all, they're going to waste their time to try to say CDC is so powerful that we're going to cut their legs to take the most powerful people out of it. You know? Yeah. It's so deep under there, I can't find it. What's his name? Dr. Famula wrote something back in 2005. I have it on there. Wrote something about Samuel Twa back in 2005. The only reason why I don't like to read Dr. Famula papers most of the time, Because in order to be read, you got to have dictionary on one hand and read it. Because the words are so big. And you try to make sense of it. By the time you finish making sense, you're going to, so it's difficult to comprehend. I can't read. But the little bit that I understood and I read, it says Samuel 12, that you will pour your, and I'm paraphrasing now. He says Samuel 12, men like you, that you will pour your more on me. You know where I'm coming from? That you, that carry football player, football boot every day, you praising a football player because you're hoping that a football player will come to power so that you will steal from us. He said that. I will read it one day. I'll find courage wanted to read it. Even if I chop in the English, I will read it. I have that. And you know, people, one thing I noticed over the years about Dr. Famler, he doesn't come out to write much. But when somebody piss him up, when somebody, you remember how he wrote about I call it, what's his name? Tomoku invasion. How he wrote about it and how everything happened because somebody pissed him up. So here too, he wrote. And this is the Samuel 12 man people today telling us, CDC so powerful. CDC so powerful. CDC so powerful. It's so powerful. Dallas Dillon whooped them in their own backyard. Oh, they're so powerful. They're so powerful. Thomas Father got to run from Maria and go to a hometown to win election. Oh yeah, they're so powerful. They're so powerful. Wait the next election. CDC will get flocked. And here's the thing here about this sedition, as far as I'm concerned. I told you the last time. You better listen to me. You better listen to the old man. I told you the last time. I know for a fact that sedition are intelligent people. That I'm not taking away from them. But their application of the intelligence is where they have problem. Because when they try to bring people who are smart to lead them, they say the first question they ask, you bring the God up with for how long? Man, sit down. Then they bring up people who know nothing to lead them. So here's the thing about CDC. You're done. Fini. Capu. Finito. CDC. You're count the same bench are sitting down on that the player coming to sit down now. You got nothing. Why? Why am I making a statement? Is it a true statement? Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. CDC is done. Yeah, it's the difficult problem they're going to face. People have seen their operational manual. People have seen, Liberians have seen how up CDC, they steal. Am I making it up? Liberians have seen that according to the United States CDC, people have been stealing. So with that kind of mindset, once it's set in the Liberian people's mind, you think they will look at you and get your power again? You think so? Instead of Samuel 12, to sit down and say, what exactly this sanction mean? What is it doing to CDC? And what has it, what exactly, how do we respond to it? He decided to go alone because he always felt that he's the smarter person in the entire room. So instead, he has the right to defend himself. But why wrap yourself around this beautiful flag? Samuel 12, leave the flag alone. Go defend yourself. You come here making this kind of ridiculous statement. The United States of America have nothing to do but to sanction you because they want to silence you, because you're so powerful, so experienced, that the government of the United States are so afraid of you that you and CDC will somehow get Ambassador Baka so much problem that they got to sanction you to weakening you. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Samuel 12? Are you serious? And this is what you want the liberal to sit down and accept. The first time when they sanctioned Jefferson Coach, I was on this same platform. I was angry. They were what kind of sanction y'all got sanctioned, and then y'all let Donald Trump running all over the place. Was I not making that same statement? Well, how can, as a liberal, how can I even defend this? How can I even make a statement on this? When you come and undercut people's process of trying to find some legitimate argument. You're leaving office. No video to show what you've been doing for the last 6 years. Nothing. So muff. We did this. We did that. When Ellen was leaving, she compiled video. This is what the country was, and this is what the country is today as we leave. You're able to do that? You ain't able? What you're going to show? Football field all over Montreal? What you're going to show? When it rain, people in town can't go anywhere. What you're able to show? What you're able to show? CDC, where you're able to show all the nyama that tabata you've been talking, you've been putting your foot in your mouth. What you can show? Show me. Tell me. What can you show? What can you show? You came and illegally remove a sitting justice because you're not in favor of his ruling. What are you going to show us? You're coming back 2029. They will flog you. And if I were Alexander Comey, I would buy you out. Because you're broke. You will be broke. You will be broke. I'm not talking about money now because you're rich. In terms of money, you're rich. But in terms of ideas, you will be broke. You will be broke. So Alexander Comey can't buy CDC. It's cheap. CDC cheap right now. Buy it for 2 for $5. Samson, though, folks. This is so ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, man. You got something to this sanction stuff for Liberian to say, but wait a minute. During early time, we didn't see no sanction. Out of a setting that now United States no Liberia corruption issue, are they picking on George Weah people? That could be a legitimate discussion. You take that lead. Liberians, ask yourself, why? What's going on here? But instead, you're not asking a question, but you're asking and providing answer. And you think people like me will follow that kind of answer. Samuel 12, stop that kind of thing. Go back to the drawing board and see if you can come back with a reasonable something that we can hold on to and try to have some serious argument. Again, folks, Samson told Liberian Public Radio. I'm here this afternoon trying to dissect Samuel 12 Tabata he wrote over there. Yeah, like I said, there are two parts. The first one, it's a long stuff, but the first one is targeted. The target was the international community because he's trying to justify or trying to somehow give reason why he believed United States sanctioning him, because he think in that particular part of the article that because of the negotiation process that is not going for the interest of the U.S. company, and therefore the U.S. company able to convince some of the people in the bureaucracy of the United States government, and therefore they coming out all kinds of nyama story. He's saying because of that, they decided to sanction him. But my interest in that article is about wrapping himself around the flag of Liberia. And then the ridiculous one is to call himself and the sedition powerful. Powerful sedition. Powerful sedition. Where were your power when you got drenched? What are 2%, 1%? It doesn't matter. You got flock anyway. And by how much? A win is a win. Liquor the flock here. A win is a win. What were your power? You didn't bring power at that time, that now you know you got power. Just stop your kind of thing. Then, not only that, he's also suggesting, want us to believe that America are so afraid of CDC that CDC is in the process of attaining power in the Senate, and the fact that they're most likely going to control the House of Representatives. He has also put Kofa in trouble now, because Kofa is most likely going to be watched. And the Kofa own problem here in the United States, Samuel Tour has just opened another one. CDC, they don't know when to zip it. That's their problem. They talk too much. They don't know when to zip it. They talk and talk and talk and talk. When they're supposed to open their mouth, they don't open their mouth. Other than that, they just run it. Blah, 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 blah. And he said, Samuel told that the definition of blah, 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 tabata. It's a crude language. We all know that. Those of us from the Southeast, we know that tabata word. Okay? So, CDC, they don't know when to zip it. So what he has done, the American government, who's Kofa? Oh, is that right? Okay. So they're going to be watching Kofa as well. But Kofa will do his best to stay above, because we need the like of Kofa to help stabilize the country. So he'll do his best. But I'm just saying, the like of some of these kinds of stuff, they don't know when to zip it. All they think here, my people, you're not yet, you didn't say anything. You will not say anything. You'll not say anything. Because you know, there are certain sedition that know when to say when. They put a kind of heavy, destructive and this character messing thing sanction on you. They say you can't travel to the United States. You got family. Your kids, at least one of your sons was born here in the United States, or one of your kids were born here in the United States. So that means you got root here in the United States. And now you can't come. And instead of you to say, you're well known all over Liberia, put your things together and go to the American. I don't think they will deny you entrance at the United States Embassy. And even if they say you can't enter, you try to ask for audience behind closed door. What I'm sure, in fact, in a sanction, they tell you they give you form how to remove yourself. And if you follow those rules. So you being a finance minister, well connected internationally, could you not have gone to the embassy? Maybe not. But try. But instead, you're going to call press conference. And when you were done, Baku, the man on sanction, they say Baku. The man can't come to America to spend money, they say Baku. Baku, you will enjoy the money in Montreal. Folks, Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. I'm going to open the line very shortly here. And so whatever information or contribution you want to make, you can do that. I hope D-Flow is listening. I hope he's well, so that he will make his contribution as well. But no, on a very serious note, we have to take this thing for what it's worth. You can't do this thing and expect the liberal not to make a whole show from you. So let me go ahead and open it, because I'm not going to be here long tonight. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and sit down so that I'll be able to manipulate the system from that side. Manipulate, that's a good word, because I'm going to be pushing buttons here and there. Samson told.
La marée de vieille Karina. Plaisir. Assisté. Le parrain, elle se paye. Assisté. Vas-y, paye Déborah. T'as oublié à Mounia Péwa. Assisté. Assisté. Les dames choco de Niabon. Le Tibéa Bailly. Assisté. Allez, y'a côté. On se marie trop. Appelez.
Again, folks, Samson told LIBERIA Arena. Number is there, 916-533-2048. I will continue with it. So, here's another thing here that I want to bring out. I will continue with this book, and I'll let you be part of it as I go through it. What happened here, from my perspective? Yeah, I say CDC put their foot in their mouth and things like that. Good evening, Mike. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. If you have time to call us and give us an update of what is happening in Monterey, I will appreciate it as well. But thanks for calling. Whatever. You came here last night and you say you don't care about the sanction business. I'm talking about sanction, and then you say I'm talking about that, like your business. So here's the thing here, as far as I'm concerned. Sedition will not call me today. Well, I told them the last time. I say, because every time during the election, I say I will not fight with anybody until after the election. After the election, you can bring it on. They will not call me now. They're waiting for Mr. So they will call in and talk their tabata with Mr. So. Oh, okay. So, no, but on a very serious note, Sissy was on here the last time, and I asked him this question. He correctly stated this, that ethic is something that people who consider themselves educated group usually in their training will be shown classroom or whatever lecture they have, the process of ethical behavior. And I truly believe that CDC and its people, they do not, I hate to say that because these are Liberians. You know, sometimes I'm not comfortable making some pronouncement about my own brothers and sisters, but there's nothing else. Okay? So the thing is, this it's just hard to pronounce, but I will say anyway, they're not ethical. They are not ethical. Why would you be lead a country such as Liberia and you're not able to provide Okay. Mr. Dunn, can you hear me? Okay. All right. Go ahead.
How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead. How you doing?
Well, I'm great. This morning it's 4 minutes past 2 a.m. In central Liberia.
Okay.
I have come to follow on some issue. specifically in Bangabong County. Well, it's been I listened to you talk about the response today that LPR cover it.
Right. Just hold on 1 minute. Terry, I'll be coming to you. Let Mike get off. Then I'll come. Go ahead.
It was 3 hours ago. So, Mr. Tue, from the response, he started as though he is a little bit remorseful, but then he went on to say that it is a conspiracy by some individuals, some higher ups at the State Department who misinformed the Secretary of State so that the CDC can be weakened by placing him and all us on the sanction list and visa restriction. And that was what he was saying. And he went on to say that his 2 years old daughter, he will have to wait for another 10 years so that he can probably explain that story to her as to why is it that they will be denied entry into the U.S. or probably some of them who are there, probably they may be coming back to Liberia because of this sanction placed on them by the United States government, because the sanction is clearly stating that Mr. Tue and all of his children that are minors, they will not be allowed entry to the U.S. So, again, he started as though he was remorseful, but then went on to justify that whatever he did, he was doing it in the interest of Liberia and so forth.
Yeah. And that's what I was reading. Like I said, the article he wrote has for me, it has two audiences. One was for the international audience, where he explained, rationalized the sanction as the way of United States getting back at him because he was involved in a negotiation between two railroad companies in Liberia, and that from his perspective, that the United States company, the U.S. company, was not winning, and therefore they decided to put sanctioning. But that I'm not going to even touch that. But the one that I'm really concerned about is that for him to suggest that the United States government will try to sanction him because they want to silence the powerful, the most experienced sedition in his class. I think that's very much. I don't know how to describe it, but what I can say about that is that that's not going to be accepted by many Liberians.
We can describe it as not being in place, Mr. Tu, because the United States government, it has so much of eyes in Liberia here, through different means, through different civil society organizations and so forth. So their monitoring situation usually is not only about getting piece of information. So they have eyes here they usually get information from.
Okay. What are Liberians saying about the absence of the incoming leader, Ambassador Baka? Are they understanding that he needed to take a break, or are they somehow concerned, or are they kind of not quite, or not knowing what to make of it? What are they saying from your own gathering?
What they are saying from Liberians, actually, with information that we've been hearing, some have been saying that the person-elect has been hospitalized. In fact, there was some information that we gathered that he was rushed twice to the hospital in Moale Providence on the 6th and on the 4th and 6th of December. However, when FPR makes some calls, that information was not true, and we were sent. We were given an announcement that the former vice president will be having a town hall discussion on Sunday at about 10 a.m.
Mr. Josh, just hold on. Mike is on the line, and we'll be coming to you here. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so the information that he has been ill, we got information. There was some speculation. Are you getting me, Mr. Tom?
Yes, we're getting.
So there were information that we gathered back home here in Liberia that he was been hospitalized. He was rushed into the emergency room of the hospital in Rhode Island, USA. But then when we make some calls and getting to the bottom of it, the party said no. The old man is now well. Is very well. In fact, he will be having town hall discussion, and that's how they sent the announcement.
Right.
On Wednesday, they sent the announcement to the FPR about a town hall meeting on Sunday.
Okay. And
then there have been some photos of him coming, some very good-looking photos.
Of course.
Some of the critics have been saying that these photos, those photos, are makeup of artificial intelligence.
Okay. When you have the opportunity again,
yeah, go ahead.
Tell them, say the liberals say Ambassador Baka is fine and doing well. There's nothing wrong with him. But you know what? Let them continue to worry about his health. He will come back and help to rebuild do well with all of the mess, all of the critics that are talking, all their mess they put together in Liberia, getting Liberians suffering. Tell them, say the liberals say Ambassador Baka is coming back and he will make sure all of these mess are fakes. He has the ability to do that, but he's fine. He's fine, Mike. I'm glad that you being a seasoned journalist as well, you weren't going to let it go like that. So I'm glad you called and you heard people despairing no type of rumors. But that's what they have. Sedition and the critics, they got nothing to offer. So what do? They go after personal issues that got nothing to do with how to manage Liberia. They just want people to be afraid. But there's nothing to be afraid of. Let them know Liberia will be fine under President Baka. I know it's kind of late over there. Anything else on your plate?
Yes, definitely. Just to close on the Baka and then go to Granji there on another issue that I've been training here.
Okay.
And so we did some reverse image searching, and then those photos are not seen. In fact, some critics did the photo as far as 1986 when the former VP traveled to Washington D.C. But when we did a reverse image search, we saw that some of the cars, some of the vehicles that are in the photo, they are boarding vehicles.
But that's how dense this edition are. They think everybody's stupid. Behind the man picture, they got all these cars, and you can look at those cars and put the date of the time and all that kind of modern time. So they're wasting their time. Ambassador Baka will do well, and he will do well for Liberia.
Okay, that is also the Granji.
Yeah.
Today, on yesterday, which is still today in the U.S., we have the family of the late hero, Madison Guion, held a press conference at a restaurant in Duazon. They are calling for the unconditional release of those that were incarcerated by the police on grounds that they destroy properties belonging to Senator Zoe Manuel. And then they are saying that what they are portraying is that Senator Peno is not in remorse, is not in sympathy with them. but rather focusing on the property or materials that have been destroyed from him. So as such, in fact, the spokesman of the family, the chief officer of the late lawmaker, Justice Clark, was saying that there were no arrest warrant or formal complaint filed to the police, but it was on the orders of Senator Pena, who ordered those people that he said they were not in connection with the destruction that took place in Soweto last week. Meanwhile, at the same time, they are also condemning the incident that occurred there. Yeah. So
okay. Thank you, Mike. We ourselves will follow it on LPR. Thanks, you and the guys continue to do a wonderful job. We really do appreciate your leadership on that side. Thank you very much. And yeah.
And so they are saying that the burial of the honorable will take place in February 2024, February 10, instead of January like it was previously scheduled.
Okay. Well, we'll continue to pray for the family and continue to pray for the entire county as well, because as I stated on Mr. Dover's show yesterday, this young man could have helped Granjida transfer Granjida. He was so smart. I think he would have moved Granjida in a positive direction greatly. But and whatever God said, that's what it is.
But the funny thing that been happening is that the family is saying that they did not accuse anybody, hence to being the devil. But then where is the information coming from that probably there have been some African son or some foods being used that led to the devil?
There's a video. There's a video that going around where one of the lady, I believe, according to a story that was involved, was taken into the forest where they play Sasugu, and they say, according to the story, I don't know how true that is, but that she was the pot that have the Sasugu boil over. So usually when okay, the pot boil over. So when you and I've seen that myself. I witnessed it, and believe me, I witnessed it. Where they will say they put the Sasugu bark in a pot and put some water in it. So you will make statement to say, if I stole Mark watch, if I am involved in stealing watch, this Sasugu water should boil over and they should go and put the fire up. And if you are involved, the pot will flow over and the fire will go. And if you say that if I'm not involved, the water in the pot should dry, the water will dry. I've seen it. So, but I don't know how true those things are, but I've seen it, you know. But anyhow, thank you. I think this is a thing we need to get out of. But these are emotional time for Granjide. And this young man is such a wonderful, wonderful leader to pass that. It hurts every one of us. So it's very painful.
So six persons have been arrested in connection with the vandalism at Zophen's house and all of people.
That was another issue. But many Granjidian, and I'm not one of those. You know, if you feel the senator has done something wrong, go through the proper channel. But for you to go and destroy property belonging to him, his hard-earned money, to destroy stuff, I don't support that, and I'm not in favor of that at all. There's no justification for such behavior.
And there was an elderly man who also who committed suicide in the process after this thing happened. He ran away in the bush, and later on he was found dead.
Right.
So this, yeah.
But anyway, thank you very much, Mike, for all the information. We appreciate it. So one last question I have. How I know you've been watching. What do you make of my good tabata here tonight?
That's good. It's been good, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's been good. It's just, radio and television, not people not everybody will agree to it, but of course issues have to be said, so that's how it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mike, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. And Mr. So is doing all he can to make sure Liberia Public Radio is represented at the Saturday or weekend.
We want to tell our listeners that we are live. If you go to the website, we listen to live music from Liberia, West Africa. You will listen to it. You're going to be dancing to it.
Mr. So is bringing the bike. Right. Okay, Mike. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. All right. Okay, folks, that's Mike Dunn, Liberia Public Radio Chief in Liberia, who's giving us the information here. Let me go, Mr. Judge, before I come to you. Terry been on here for so long. Terry, are you still there? Yeah, no. Terry, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You
okay.
getting me?
Yeah, sorry for keeping you on, but Mike was giving us a report from Liberia. Go ahead. What's on your mind, sir?
Well, yeah, it's just the same thing you were discussing for almost an hour plus about the whole entire something what his name Samuel 12 did today. I think that was not correct. I think he should have just kept silent and waited to see how things were going to go. He should fight it on the water, but by coming up to say stuff that he knows won't work in collaboration with the reality will affect him even more and make it worse for him.
But Terry is a sedition. They always like to put their foot in their mouth. So I'm not too sure why would you want to be surprised.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised because I think he knows better. He's supposed to know better. He been in the American system. He been studying government. He been in government. He won elections. He's not like an ordinary sedition. He's supposed to know better. All right. And he should understand that CDC cannot protect him. Besides that, look at the timing that the United Nations came up with these sanctions. Look at the timing. All right. They waited until after the election when your wings are all broken.
Right.
So you got to all look into all of the kind of things. And I think President Weah got a hint about all of these things that go on. President Weah did not. He's smart. He understands exactly what is happening. All right. But what draws my concern is that I think President Weah invoked a certain law that's supposed to put a ban on the Firestone, from selling rubber. You know, because in agitation to the sanctions that is raining down on the government.
But even if Firestone stops selling rubber within the next 3 to 4 months, it's not going to break Firestone down. They're just going to pile their inventory down.
And it's going to push your people into more jobless. You're going to have more jobless people in the country.
But they don't think
leadership,
that way.
Right? Because President Weah is not a leader. Leadership, you don't lead with anger, you lead with wisdom and knowledge. You don't lead with power and authority, you lead with wisdom and knowledge. You see? So he's not leading from that perspective. He's trying to lead to please his comrades when he already knew that these things were coming. President Weah can tell me that he's not in the know that these sanctions were coming and they were going to land at this time. All right, given the fact that as stubborn President Weah is, for him to concede that early, you know, it shows something. It rings a bell. So I think that what is happening to them, the only thing I don't agree with is the sanction on the kids. For me, I don't think that is lawful. I think that is not. I don't agree with that.
They're going by the book. there's certain thing in a book that says the family, minor kids, most likely will not stay in America unless they're American citizens. Now, if they're American citizens, they have immigration lawyer, the man can fight their case.
Yeah, but even as that, Mr. Even if they were not American citizens and they're in America, because they are not American citizens and they are, how you call it, a resident or so you're going to send them back to Africa along with the wife. Even if the wife is not.
Terry, they think the way they look at it, my understanding, I could be wrong, the man is the sole breadwinner for the family. And if the kids are here and the American government is saying we're not gonna take any money from you coming to the United States, how are these kids gonna be surviving? Will the American government put them on welfare? No. So what other way? So send them back so it will be by the breadwinner, so the guy will continue to support them.
But now in America, everybody is independent. The women can work, the men can work.
No, but the woman, no, she can't stay. The woman can't stay. That one, she can't stay.
That what I'm saying, that law does not commensurate with the human rights law that they claim that they're protecting. I think there is some, because you talk about the Magnitsky, the whole Magnitsky Act, those
Terry, I'm in a fighting mode tonight. Should we consider you undercover sedition tonight?
No, I'm not an undercover sedition. You know me, I'm here CDC.
Let me ask Terry.
They are gross incompetent.
I'm just kidding.
Terry, let me ask you something.
You remember on the show when we had that debate between me and Aaron, I told him straight that President we are needed to fire Samuel Twe. And you see the backlashes coming now. So I can never support that. The only thing I don't want to support is that there are some laws that I believe that the American government claim they are in support of, that goes completely against the human rights values in which they claim that they defend. That is the one I have problem with. But anyway, thank you very much for the show.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Josh, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Go ahead. What's on your plate, sir?
Terry, then these people come into people's country. The last time one go to Liberia, the law that the Liberian government passed, you say no, you're not supposed to pass that kind of law. This is how it's supposed to be, because simply somebody have fallen in trouble. The people passed the Magnitsky Act. They lay on that you're not supposed to do so. So if you do so, these are the penalty. The law was passed with Samuel 12 went into government. So why are you saying that it's contrary to what America stands for?
No, he just saying as a human being.
Play. Something to don't go there. That one I don't want to hear it. Look, the children are sitting in West, not going to school.
Mr. George.
No, this is something that I tell people. You can't deprive other people to improve the life of your family. And when you are caught, then people say, oh, no. No. These people plan these things. And I always say this thing here. Why they do these things? Because they want those children who parents cannot afford to continue to serve their children when they come back, when they go back. Because when they go back, they're highly educated, sophisticated, they will take over from them. And my other son will still be the driver for their children. This is what they have been doing. I'm not feeling sorry for them. You exploit the country. You take the resources for you and your family to enjoy. I would say, if you work for your money, your children come back, they're doing everything, I don't have no problem. But when you deprive other people and take the resources and your family enjoy, and when you are caught, then I say, oh, their family, no. No. Because they know exactly what they're doing or what they were doing. Samuel Twe, you see all the poachers on Tottenham High School, no science laboratory. But they get all the money. What they do? Rowdy flashes time. Their wife, the women get pregnant, they send them all the time they deliver. So what I'm saying
you got to lower your monitor, please.
what I'm saying here, the people passed the act. They said, if you are caught in these things, these are the penalty. This is why you will put against you. So I don't want to hear people talking about kind of things like tabata. Complete tabata. The point here, if Samuel 12 feel that he's being wrongfully accused, there are protocol he can follow to challenge the people and say, no, you're wrongfully accused me. These are the facts. And to put sedition on an impression that because an American company was involved, that they try to suppress him, try to force him to do something in the company favor. America doesn't operate like that. Samuel 12, you should know better than
ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. But
let me take this call.
Yeah.
Let me take this call and I'll come back to you. Go ahead, James. Go ahead. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind today that my days we are under sanction with power Samuel 12. It was sanction we are. After he turned over power to Bwaka, we are sanction with power Samuel 12. And I don't feel for Samuel 12 to go by home. I don't feel for them. Because even in the Bible, when King David lost to Uriah's wife, a child, the bonfire, the child died. Why do you think they will not say that I won't forget about that child? Child was innocent. Child is innocent. When you do wrong, your child is not innocent. Because you do wrong to the other people who are children. Why they pray for the children and they must stay in America? Why? They must enjoy the other people who are a good country. Why his father then was stealing from the other people's country? No. Then go back and go enjoy what the father then left there. It would be better. Then they sit down with the Zogos. They created and be there with the Zogos. But nobody must say, oh, we sorry was no child. No child. Okay? People that want children too, they were not eating. He called the people salary to $50. You don't know the people have children too? Children. Some of the people that children tend to Zogo. But believe me, market today, job session will be higher than all of them.
Okay.
And let me say this, Mr. Toll.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Samuel 12 children were born yet an American citizen, he can contact immigration lawyer. If he wants the children to stay, they can get the children to some relative. Again, they're an American. So I think the immigration law can look at them.
But if that's the case, then how does he support them?
Oh, well, there's not if that case, we'll take care of them. The U.S. government will take care of them. They will take those are American. If his children are American and they're on age, and he don't want to carry them, then of course they will tell to find a family member or friend that they can put the children in foster care home or leave them, get authorized in that family to take care of the children. That's it. Or if he doesn't want to do that,
I think this sanction, Mr. Joyce, it's going to play heavily on the incoming government as well.
I come in there. But those are the things that are involved. So when Samuel 12 come out to say these things, Samuel 12, we are past that stage. Maybe the institution you must go and talk that to buy to sell to them. When you put a negotiation outside matter, did you put the Liberian people? I don't know what you knew about it. But let me say, these people always say, Mr. So and Mr. Toda, Samuel 12 were not being correct, he was never caught. But I want sedition, the Crow report. You got it there. Samuel 12 was on tape that we use unconventional means with outside of the banking institution. He said he took money to West Point across the bridge to get the money changer. Those are Samuel 12 own words. Then I think it carries to the money changer that was there. They said they gave 200,000 in a credible. Only to find out was 5,000. The people said came. They said 5,000. They took that and they said in there they said it was 200,000 on Samuel 12. And they said there were irregularities within the report. But the government of Liberia should go further to do further investigation. President Weah appointed a committee that they had about coffee. They did an investigation. They submitted a report to President Weah today. He says it on that report. on Summit 12, they say why? Either he was directly or indirectly involved. So all these report, this thing was in the report, but since Citizen come and they say, oh, the Crow report vindicated Summit 12. How can the Crow report vindicate Summit 12 when all these things in the report they talk about? The reduction, this is setting for protection of certain institution. So when they come, they say, bam, you corrupt. Then they say, oh no, I'm not corrupt. But all these instances, your own word on tape saying these things. How can you say you were not being directly or indirectly involved in corruption or pay for play, whatever? So this thing somebody had today, I just tapata.
Of course. So connect us to the incoming.
Now, this is not the message.
And don't hold back. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. I know you're upset because you're 1%er, but you're very upset. So don't hold back. Give it to us.
I'm not upset. I accept the fact that Honorable Baka won the elections, and we're waiting to see how he's going to run the country. So here's the thing here. Honorable Baka now, they are already tied his hand. They got to do an inquiry into this allegation of corruption. They have to investigate. These information they have to investigate because the Liberian people want to know what happened to their resources. Lifestyle audits will be involved. The second portion is, it is a message to Honorable Bwaka that the caliber of people that he will be bringing into the government, how credible will these people be? Their records. So now to appoint anybody, they got to do good vetting. Very good vetting to make sure who he brings on board. Because the Liberian people will not rest now. So these are the pressure now Honorable Bwaka will be encountering. Who he going to bring in government? What kind of caliber people he going to bring? Is he going to go further to ask the U.S. government to assist to investigate these people who have been sanctioned for some form of corruption or human rights abuse? Of course, the Liberian people want it. So he can't sweep it on the rug. This thing will have to go in place. So because we talk about good governance. So the caliber of people you bring in, then these people who have been accused, allegedly accused by the U.S. government, sanction them, they have to investigate to ascertain whether these people really embezzle any form from the Liberian government and the people of Liberia. So this is a quagmire Honorable Bwaka will be faced with. And the Liberian people will be demanding justice in terms of audit.
So do you think, Ambassador Bwaka, that you know, whatever know you know, whatever little know or not know, or whatever know you know about Ambassador Bwaka, on a very serious note, do you think from all of the reading that you have done on Ambassador Bwaka, including his political life and what have you, do you think he has it within him to put people, Liberians, in jail, the like of Samuel Twe and the rest, if they were to be found guilty? Do you think Ambassador Bwaka has it within him to throw the like of Samson Twe and the rest, if they were to be charged and found guilty, throw them in jail?
Of course, it's not Honorable Bwaka, it's the law. So I don't want to make it to say that he'll be doing something personally. If they are giving fair trial and they found guilty, sure, I definitely he would do it, because he always talk about audit. He always talk about accountability.
So this sanction stuff here, do we see mostly is legislature and the executive? Do we see the judicial getting involved into this here as being people who might be sanctioned later or something?
Yeah, there may be, because you remember about that the silver monarchy that Vanisha were sanctioned about. They accused the court. They accused on the court that the court was manipulated. So who knows that somebody in Georgia may be named, because Vanisha also that sanction came about that they bribed the court and things like that.
So do you think the people in Town tonight, the old lady or the old man that are in the village of Town, do you think they understand this whole sanction business, why these people might be sanctioned?
It depends the information that being put out there. Why these people, what they're facing today, what led to it. And people got children, all people got children thing. So someone will be able to explain, oh, this man here, they say he allegedly took money from people when you're in government. So that's why they're saying that he cannot travel again. So the message, the people will get the message. Yeah.
But do you think it rests solely on Ambassador Bakai and his people to disseminate that kinds of information fairly now? Don't get me wrong, fairly, to say this is what is happening, this is what the United States government have accused these people of. And so if Ambassador Bakai is going to do some sort of an investigation, so that my concern is if our people do not understand it, that what is happening, they like Samuel to have the ability, just like he tried to manipulate the whole conversation. So he might be able to succeed in trying to manipulate the conversation going back to our people, especially people from the Southeast. So do you think Ambassador Bakai and his people now need, if they're going to be involved, first they must bring Liberian people along by disseminating the information, not falsely, but exactly what the American government have suggested and what they say, and word for word, and let it be known all over Liberia what has happened, so that when you try to prosecute or even try to investigate these people, that they are not considered, these things don't come back to be considered as witch hunting.
Yeah, if what I think the government need to do is a good public relation arm to make sure that local dialects, people put this thing in local dialect and inform.
Oh, you say public. Now you're going to get Mr. So to start writing all kinds of tabataya again tonight.
Yeah. So to inform the people that, so they cannot see it as people being witch hunt. They are witch hunting people. But these are allegations that were made by another government against our people. And in order for them to clear the name, we want them to come forward to exonerate themselves based on what the information given to us. It's not about individual personnel going after people because they work in government.
Okay.
So that information must be put out there. And furthermore, the Liberian people are asking for audit. So many people who are being accused, the Liberian people are asking for audit. So it's not that it just comes from other blue sky and so on, just going after people. No.
Okay. Let me ask you a few questions more, and then I'll ask you another one. And that is, the first one is, do you think that CDC, having had these kinds of miserable time as a leader, do you think Liberian people will want to elect CDC government in the future?
One would depend on the outcome of these audit or investigation. If they submit themselves to an audit and clear their names, that people can say, okay, they have been vindicated. But if they don't clear their name, that would be a stigma on the institution, on them to run again. Because how can you tell the Liberian people that you are not corrupt? How can you tell them that you treated them fair when you are not being able to exonerate yourself from the accusation leveled against you by this country or even locally? So CDC is now put in a very predicament.
But Mr. Joyce, let me push you a little bit on it. Unity Party was also accused, not at this level, but Unity Party was also accused by many Liberians that they were corrupt. But yes, they gave Unity Party a second chance, or third chance, or even fourth chance if you wanted to go that route. So why you think CDC might not be able to get second chance?
Listen, Unity Party was accused by someone else. But did you see Ellen Johnson campaigning for Joseph Walker?
No.
Okay. If Ellen Johnson here would have campaigned for Joseph Walker, I don't know whether he would want to win the election. Because people were going to tar him to her that under her regime, this happened. But Honorable Bwanka was able to distance himself from her, and he had portrayed himself.
Hold on, caller. Let Mr. Judge in, then I'll bring you in.
And he had portrayed himself as someone who had never been involved in any scandal of stealing in Liberia. And his message was able to resonate with the people. So that's why you see. But how many people that you saw from the Unity Party that were in a cabinet position at the time that you saw jumping down on Bwanka to campaign for him? No.
Right.
They all distanced themselves from him.
Right.
So CDC, it will happen to CDC. If they don't clear the record, it will be hard for them to come back to say, we this also give her another chance.
Okay. I'm going to grill you here tonight as though you're on a witness stand, but sincerely and fairly. Let me take this caller and I'll come back to you. Because the reason why I'm going to be grilling you, because I think you have the ability to truly address some of my concerns, some of these things that I have on my mind. And I think usually when Mr. So is not around, you tend to be very, very much understanding. So let me go ahead to the caller. Yeah. So caller, go ahead. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Good evening, Mr. Tom.
Thank you.
Good evening, George. My name is Victor, and I'm calling you from North Carolina. So I got a point that I want to chip in the discussion. So it's like there is so much pressure on the incoming government, and I want to make that as a suggestion, both from the citizen and the world at large when it comes to the issue of audit and transparency. And when you look at our governance system, the institutions responsible for audit and corruption and the rest of it, these institutions, the act that creates these institutions allow the president to appoint the head of this institution to serve in a tenure position. For instance, the GSC, the LACC, and the rest of them. So I believe that the GSC and the LACC, Ambassador Bwanka, will not be able to appoint any new person into those positions as he takes office in January. So this is what I want to suggest to him, that when taking office in January, he can, the U.S. government, like in the case of Manasseh in 2005, there was a special arrangement made to have John Molu go into Liberia through the EU to constitute the audit on various government ministry or certain government ministries in order to pass the HIPIC for 2006. So I think Ambassador Bwanka can same thing, right? The U.S. congressional leaders or the U.S. government informing them that people who are already into these integrated institutions, and I cannot remove those people that are there, so I can use some of the other reports that are on file, but I also want to conduct a forensic audit. So I want a special presidential task force to go ahead, go through some of those documents from GSC, from the LACC, some of the indictment from the LACC, and also do a forensic audit of the documents, different line ministries and agencies. After those forensic audit, then we can set up a special judiciary committee to go ahead and prosecute whoever that will be for, in financial malpractices. I think it will speed up the process. Instead of, if we say he has to wait for the person that is there, their position to expire before he appoints his own person or whatever, we're going to be dragging the same thing CDC did in 2005.
Right. Okay.
In 2017. So that's my suggestion to the Bwanka team. I hope they can look at that, and effectively in January we can pick up from there. And I'm sure the U.S. government will want to put money into something of audit that will hold people culpable. I'm sure the U.S. government will want to do that.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Mr. Tool.
Sell your point. Thank you.
Thank
That's
you so
what we
much.
like about you guys, because whenever you guys call, you make some real good point. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. George,
Yeah.
I got 2 questions or so for you. The first one is, do you think that these people, sedition, the leadership of CDC, do you think that these people came to power with a mindset of doing what they were accused of, or they came in with a different mindset, but because of some circumstances, they decided to do what they're accused of?
No, they came from mindset. And I will refer you to some of the statements they made. This is our time.
Mm-hmm.
18-year loading. Some at work.
Now, what time to eat?
Some at your shut up.
And what's about your own sister? Now, what time to eat?
Joel Howard Taylor, this is our time. And she didn't stop that. She went to Bonkan and she said, if you don't want to work with President Weah, or you don't join CITIZENSHIP, I will fire you. And she did fire some people. And said, if you don't want to work, I will tell the man to take his development from you and carry somewhere else. And of course she did. Bonkan did not see any development. Instead, what they did, they took money from Bonkan, from the social development funds. They took it from there. And they didn't stop there. They said they were taking doctors from Phoebe Hospital because the Lutheran refused to allow Mervyn Cole and the CDC-led government to put someone on the board. But the government, because of the contribution to the hospital, they have been allowed to appoint all the administrative people in the hospital, the medical director, this and that, everybody. But they said, since they could not have somebody on the board, the government will withdraw the doctors from the Phoebe Hospital and being the only referral hospital. These are the actions of these people. They came like they came to pay their own to acquire wealth because other people they saw maybe in the Ellen government or past what they were doing. They said, oh, this is not our time. This is why they came about. And you can see it overnight. Let's do a lifestyle audit. Overnight, let us do a lifestyle audit from the president for the land condominium in 6 months. Samara will call it the apartment he's putting up. Nathaniel Mangeo, look at his mother's grave. Why these people were doing these things within that space of time? Where was the money that they came in the government with? Where had they worked that they made $5,000 a month? Where? That the certain man had worked 15 years old, he has saved money, he has invested in some businesses. Where that money came from for these people to acquire the kind of property overnight. Some at what? They said the president's house on 9th Street they were building as a presidential palace. That when you get there, you know that this is a palace. They were seeing it, it's on tape. Why? If these people came to take all the country that look, you know what happened? We came from this area. We know what suffering look like. We know that to want to go to school, we know what it means. We know that if you have a 1 meal a day, we know what it look like because we are going through these things. So what are the sacrifices that they made? Maybe President Wilson say, you know what happened? Nobody ride in a car costing $80,000. No, $70,000. No. Let's cut down the government fleet. Let's cut down the gas slips. And maybe the money that we save from this area, we can give to the teachers, police, and other people down there to augment their strength in order so the children can have 2 or 3 meals a day. But what they did, they came and slashed the people's salaries. Is that how the government of the masses that you say you came to redeem, is that how you're going to go? I will say the thing here. You take $100,000 and give to a county, but the office of the speaker getting $2.7 million, Mr. Toll, is that real? Is that government that came for the people? Thomas Sankara, when he took over, what he did there, cut down the government fleet, sold all the cars, and were riding a smaller car. He was able to vaccinate the entire country, plant almost 1 million trees without 1 cent from outside. They became self-sufficient without no 1 cent from outside. Well, I don't expect President William to do this, but they have done something to identify with the people. But instead of what they did, hey, they started enriching themselves. And let me tell you this, these people, they were never prepared, Mr. Stowe, they were never prepared to say that this election, they were going to lose this election. They were not prepared. They were caught unaware.
Yes, I agree. But let me ask you this ridiculous question. Let me take the call. I'm talking about ridiculousness. Let me take the call. Hello, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio.
Yeah, hello.
What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
There's a big old power from DC.
Like I said, ridiculous. Quiet.
Look. Oh man, it is saying campaign CC. No, I know it says make it easy. Being in opposition and being man, that's are two different things. Anything you do now, your own is on spotlight.
Okay.
The reason why you're doing what you're doing as an opposition, because the Liberian people are focusing on you. You're now the target. Okay. So anything you're saying, you don't even care about what you only care about what you're feeling. Look, you start saying things that you're use and getting power. Let me tell you something, maybe you're in Liberia with any time. Any government during a regime, a government official, the incentive, even more can feed them for a lifetime, even the salary they're making. Those are the things that President we have stopped. I want you if I go sell it, and who said you don't have a car to drive to go to work. And now if I go, a lot of those government officials never has car. They never the official, they never have car by themselves. People talk about incentive. It is discussing. People in our government, a lot of people in our government, they were not having all the immunity was to have. They never have it. For the past 6 years, the government never get that into them because they find it necessary. The money are useless to just get some money unnecessarily. So using that thing is saying, I think you listen to Facebook than the reality. And this is time past. We're discussing issue now. The thing your government are supposed to gain power, government are in power, you're coming gain power. Discuss a plan, your leadership you want to put in place that will make it better. I think you should be discussing. They tell us we are not doing this, we are not doing that.
Breakable, we will suck it to your first. We will make sure you're no, hold on. Now, when you are talking, I don't say anything. We'll let you know how ridiculous you people are, how you let you put your foot in your mouth every time. We will continue to remind you while we're leading.
I cannot deny it.
Okay.
So I think a Democrat, who discusses and John who not in power, and John was saying COVID, Ukraine broke, China broke COVID. You say no, China not broke COVID. China, you're keeping power and they say China and COVID make it in the day, COVID make it in the day. I think you want to do. They may not say they may not correct, they may let it power. You're already in power. They may have a failure. Discover your progress and to forget my failure.
All right, thank you.
You got 6 years. No more propaganda.
Thank
Your
you,
people can't get well like
Thank you, Brigable.
So
Y'all will
you
continue to, y'all will cry on my head. Y'all will cry in my head.
Cry on your head. Listen,
y'all will
oh man,
cry.
you so join us. Join us. I see you. You join us.
Okay.
I see you. You will join us because your government, it's not government like that, bro. That government is putting power, they will not deliver, bro. You're here. We're here.
Okay.
I'll be a guest.
All right. Thank you. Mr. George, as I was saying, before a real ridiculous came to the question, let me ask you this ridiculous question, and then we can call it good for the night. There's this Tabata ridiculous statement going around. You think Comey should buy CDC right now?
Let me say this, Mr. So. The kind of characters that in CDC, there's no way Mr. Comey can go around that party. Now the character there, maybe if they all leave, but those individuals, Mr. Comey cannot work with them. I can tell you that. No, he can't work with those people.
Okay.
But let me say to
what will be your closing now?
Let me say to Brookable, what we're discussing here tonight is at the result of summatory action. We didn't come here today to talk about CDC, what it did. It was because what summatory has said is what we are responding to. Other than that, no. So it's not that we are in a campaign mode. Honorable Barker has won the election. Now we're waiting to see how he's going to move the country forward. But because CDC, you're continuing to make the kind of a regular statement, a responsible statement, thinking that the Liberian people are not going to buy into it. And we are saying no. This is not something that you can sell to Liberian people because there are records of you.
Yeah.
People can go back to local and make reference and refer to it.
Okay.
So some of these statements are not just out of the blue. So let me say that, but I will close on the note within my talk. The Superintendent Grand Leader, I think you probably other Grand Leader need to get involved because this thing is dividing the county. And people must start calling people leadership of the country to try to resolve some of the issues. Because let me say this, I condemn any form of violence. This young man that died, someone talked to him before. His death was timely. Nobody knows the cause of death yet. And to use some method, traditional method, and say this family was responsible and that led to vandalism is not right. No, because remember, even if someone did name Honorable Panel, there's no evidence, legal or physical evidence to linking to the death of this young man.
Right.
People go and vandalize his property. Then they say, oh, don't touch anybody. This is the same thing we're talking about, impunity. We cannot take the law into our hands. If we are to be good citizens, law-abiding, we should always channel our anger through the legal means. But everything people take to the street today, I saw there was a video, I think I posted, people put wood and things on the road, burning wood on the road, saying that they're blocking the road from everybody. Now, is that a democracy we want? No. If you want to demonstrate, ask you to demonstrate. But you cannot stop me from walking on the road because simply you are demonstrating. Supposing I'm not part of your demonstration, why you want to obstruct my movement? So the democracy we want, we have to learn to respect other people. We can disagree, but we must learn how to respect other people. This young man's death was timely. None of us can say what led to his death. People are just making a story that legally we cannot prove because the method of this science thing, as I said, it has been banned by government. So we cannot use it to go to court. And you cannot go and destroy other people's property and you say because you are mad, so you cannot be held liable. No.
No. Okay.
Suppose you turn it around. Suppose you would demonstrate today, somebody go and destroy your property. Will you like it? No, you won't like it. So I understand. On our panel running, on the show, someone I say, hey. But they said, no, that's what they made it wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That they were saying, so he was the senator that they wanted. You had other, you know them, Mr. Johnson. They said, no. They didn't want any people. It was he that wanted. Now today is the man that you're seeing now. He using cash to suppress you people. Come on, man. So
right. I'm planning to call a radio station in Zedru this weekend.
You need to speak to the
I will call and make my voice.
Yeah, and the senator
make myself available as well.
Yeah, they need to sit down and try to unify the country. It's not good because if you do that, then how would they push any agenda in the Senate when they are now working together?
Yeah.
These are things people have to look at. Because if the official in the country, senators, like they are not working together, how can you push anything for your country? You will be divided.
Right.
So I just want to.
All right, Mr. Josh. Thank you very much. Mr. Edwin Paul, good evening to you as well. Mr. Josh, thanks. And let's meet I hope we go on Mr. Soul Show tomorrow. You continue to be this engaged. You continue to be this responsive. Don't let him make you let you come. You're coming from Bazon.
Oh Lord, you know.
Yeah.
I know that you see that you and Sissy always trying to make me like a foster child in the town. I'm not a foster child. I'm not
because of this statement, you know what I'm going to do to you? The statement you just made, I will spend some time and go through all of the video. Let me tell you that. No, you can put one in your mouth. And then they particular, every time you do that, I'll put that one. I'm not a foster child. No, don't bring that to me. Don't bring that. I'm not a foster child. Just like I do with music. That's what I do with it.
You want for treason like a bad child in the town, but the time people can say, you see that boy there? I'm about Frisco. Don't go. That boy don't respect nobody. All
right, Mr. Josh, thank you very much. And we'll say good night to you. Let's meet tomorrow, Mr. Soul Show, and then we will be ready to go on. Thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah, good night to all our listeners.
Okay, folks, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. I want to thank all of you. Sorry we were not able to put this thing on the radio tonight. For some reason, we were a little bit late. But thank you for joining us. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Let's close by, let's ask Romy to take us home tonight. Thank you. Good night.
Le moment des artistes à Paris, à ma way internationale, Juliette Bosson, out de plaisir. C'est pas facile de opérer à Bendio. C'est tout. À nous si les soleils si à les voir. Que soleil si à les gens à tout le pays. Le père votre vignon. Cadeau. Baïmanoa. Ablénoa. On soit tout le pays Ablénoa. Moi, na kai kai.